There's only 2 days left in the year, and we've got big plans for next year. So we're going to talk about all things Fishful for 2023 on this episode of Fishful Thinker, the podcast. I'm Chad LaChance, and you're listening to Fishful Thinker, the podcast. All things Fishful, all the time. Hey guys, Chad LaChance here. Thanks again for tuning in to this episode of Fishful Thinker, the podcast. Of course, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, as always. Holy crap, guys, the year has come and gone. 2022 went flying by faster than I ever anticipated it would. And just like that, we're looking forward to next year. And I hope you are as well. I feel like we had a really good season at Fishful Thinker this year. We did some significant travel going to Alaska and went down to Florida and did some fishing down there, and did some Kansas fishing, some Nebraska fishing, and of course a lot of Colorado fishing. But now we're looking at 2023 and what are our goals and what are our plans and what kind of content are we going to bring to you guys for the coming year. So this episode of the podcast is going to be extremely short because it's more about gratitude and first of all saying thank you to you guys for supporting us for this long. So as of this week, right now, just the end of December 2022, the 27th season of Fishful Thinker Television started airing on World Fishing Network and Altitude Sports and Entertainment. That is a huge accomplishment that we never in a million years would have anticipated. We've been 14 years on television at this point, and that's just not anything you dream of. When you start your little fishing show with your best friend as a camera guy or one of your best friends as a camera guy, you start a little fishing show, you don't really think that it's going to be 14 years later and 350 some episodes and still going strong. But that's how it's gone for us, guys. And that's all because of you guys more than anything else. And that's been hugely important. I'd also like to point out is not only the 27th season of Fishful Thinker coming on, but also all the same partners are still here. So for all of those years, Sportsman's Warehouse has been the title partner. They actually signed up with me in 2004. And Fishful Thinker Television didn't debut till 2009, but I originally started as a youth mentoring deal, taking kids fishing. They supported that. Then I started a guide business and they supported that. And then came some media work with some other media outlets and they supported that. And of course, then when it came time just to have the potential for a television show, Sportsman's took care of that as well, and they have ever since. That company's been through thick and thin, just like Fishful Thinker has. Growth spells, shrinking spells, buyout rumors, all kinds of things, and yet here they are, stronger than they've ever been. 132 stores open and a strong online presence and doing a fantastic job of growing. And so Sportsman's Warehouse, our most near and dear partner. Along those same lines, Berkeley has been with us since 2006. Very important to us. All of our fishing line, all of our baits, anything basically that they produce, we use when it comes to tools and a lot of other things. Berkeley, huge company. I've been fishing their stuff since I was a little kid. Incidentally, I was shopping at Sportsman's Warehouse long before they were a partner of ours. That company was founded in 1986. Big deal there. Another one, Costa Sunglasses. Costa's been with us since 2006, and again, they're with us for 2023. Costa Sunglasses also been through a bunch of stuff, bunch of changes, buyouts, corporate moves, the whole nine yards. But what doesn't change with those guys is they're giving back. And I mean, this year, just as an example, they strengthened their partnership with the Jose Wehebe Memorial Foundation, come out with the Jose Pro glasses with proceeds going towards that foundation. Or some of the proceeds. Also, and that foundation, by the way, look it up, guys, Jose Wehebe Memorial Foundation. You may be familiar with the brand Spanish Fly Television. Check that out. Good friends of ours, Chrissy Wehebe, Jose's late daughter, runs that. They do fantastic things for wounded warriors and developmentally disabled kids and anybody with life-impacting challenges, kind of continuing Jose's legacy. Check those guys out. Costa is a huge supporter of that. Also point out, though, hurricane hit Florida this last year, and everybody, Southwest Florida took a beating. That's my old stomping grounds. Some of those areas that were hit are very close to my heart, places I fish on a regular basis and kind of grew up fishing. Costa stepped up big time with support for Captains for Clean Water and all kinds of relief effort, so to speak, on the ground there, boots on the ground, people in cars on the ground doing work, not just gathering money and shipping it off to somebody else, actual Costa people on the ground, Costa captains like myself on the ground there. Unfortunately, they're 2,000 miles away. I'm not incredibly effective from Colorado, but if I was in Florida, I would have been on the ground boots-wise with those guys too. So big deal, Costa, and they just do a lot of stuff, not to mention the fact that their glasses are fantastic. They also support the Bonefish Tarpon Trust, a few other things. Big deal. Costa's been a big deal. From there, I guess Peterson Toyota and Toyota Trucks, brand new Tundras, he'll be here this month, or actually in January, 1st of January. Have a brand new Tundra here. It's the new version of the Tundra. Pretty excited about that. And I've been driving Tundras. I figured out yesterday this will be my 15th Tundra, the one that's coming in. Been driving them since the vehicle was invented, and have 500,000 miles driving them. And I do a lot of towing and a lot of mountain driving and a lot of four-wheeling on dirt roads and 2 tracks and ranch roads and that kind of stuff, chasing fishing game all over the United States. It's a fantastic truck, and they've been bomb-proof reliable for us. Peterson Toyota supplied all of them, and they've taken care of all of them. And they've also supported every other event that we've done on the ground, or that's been done outdoor events on the ground in Fort Collins, Colorado, which is their home base. The Fish Fest event that I do, the Larimer County Fishing Expo that went on for 15 years, they supported all of those. The Full Moon Open Bass Tournament, the biggest bass tournament in the state of Colorado, longest running bass this year is going to be, I think, the 23rd annual of that. Peterson Toyota sponsored every one of those. So they practice what they preach. They support stuff on the ground. They paid for pavilion at Colorado Youth Outdoors so that more kids could get involved in outdoors and fishing and traditional pursuits, archery and pistol shooting and 22s and shotguns and all fly fishing and the whole 9 yards. So great company with those guys. We're very, very proud to have those on board again for this year, and looking forward to getting that new Tundra. Going to be a good deal. After them, Abu Garcia came on board, and several of the other companies, Bullhide 4x4, who does all the work on my trucks. My current Tundra has 70,000 miles. It's on its second set of tires. They only have 5,000 miles on them, or 6,000 miles on them. They lasted a long time. The truck is lifted, handles fantastic, front to rear weight bias is great, left to right is great, very stable, very planted vehicle to travel in. Bullhide 4x4 sets all that up, all the perimeter lighting and all of that. They do all the aftermarket work on the trucks, and have done that from day one of Fishful Thinker, and all of my trucks perform at a high level, and Bullhide 4x4 ensures that. So that's a big deal for us. Of course, the Ranger boats and Lowrance Electronics will be back as well. The new boat will be at Crowley Marine in Denver right now. It will be at the Denver Boat Show. So when we start talking about our schedule here in just a minute for right after the year, my personal boat will be at the boat show, the headline boat at the boat show as far as fishing boats go. It's going to be a fantastic Ranger Z521R. I have not even seen it yet, guys, but we're pretty excited about it, and should be a really good boat. It's combining some of the features of some of the other Rangers that I had with some of the new Rangers. And again, I think this one's my 14th or 15th Ranger boat as well, so I'm very familiar with setting those up and how they work, and this, that, and the other. Again, I've been to the factory several times, like a half dozen times, seen them being built. I can tell you about Ranger boats inside and out. Same with sunglasses, same with fishing line at Berkeley, or dough baits or power bait or any of that. Been to the factory, checked that out. Been to corporate headquarters at Sportsman's Warehouse. For me, it's all about knowing the companies at a personal level, and it makes a big difference. One new one I'll throw out for this year, and that is going to be A&A toppers. Now, they've been with us in the past, but I don't go through that many toppers. The topper has been so good that the same topper has been on all of my trucks since 2013. I just move it from truck to truck and paint it to match, and it's worked out great. Well, now that topper's kind of run its course. Time for a new one. The boys at A&A Toppers stepped up for that. Going to put a leer on it again, and I will throw this little detail out. They have supported about every fishing guide and outdoorsman in the state of Colorado that I know of. They, again, very supportive of the outdoor industry and making sure that all of the content that you like and the education and things that you get from not just me, but all the fishing guides and all the other media outlets and writers and everybody else are all supported so that the content continues to flow for you guys. Let's talk about content for a minute. I already mentioned the TV show kicks off. 13 new episodes starting this week. for the first quarter of the year. You'll catch those on both Altitude Sports and Entertainment and World Fishing Network. You can stream those. You can log on, get them through your cable providers, whatever the case might be. There's a bunch of different places. You just have to Google it and see all the places. I can't list all the places that we stream right here, but believe me, it's a bunch. And you can check us and follow us there at both those television networks. Additionally, YouTube channel, we will continue to populate. That's at Fishful Thinker. We will populate with 1 or 2 videos a week. We typically do a couple a week plus a podcast during the core fishing months when you guys are fishing a bunch. That will continue as well. At this point, we're pushing 600 videos on that site, and lots and lots and lots of education. That's all we do is education. We do public water education if at all possible. That's our goal. Is to educate and motivate to get you to go. Any place we go fish, you can go fish as far as it being public or not. Yes, we've done some more exotic locations recently, but as much as anything, that's been for our own motivation, for one, and for Tim Farnsworth, camera guy Tim Farnsworth, 50th birthday year. We did some more extensive travel just to celebrate his birthday, same as we did on my 50th birthday year a couple of years ago. Just to have some fun. But our core content is always education, and it's always realistic and things that you can go do, and we will continue that on our YouTube channel. Additionally, you'll see more cooking in the coming year because that's the emails I get from you guys. More fish and more game cooking, so we're going to do more of that. That is, for me, a very high-level passion, almost as much as fishing and hunting, and those 3 things, hunting, fishing, and cooking, are what get me going. And so you'll see more of our cooking. I thoroughly enjoy producing it. It'll be outdoor cooking or outdoor style cooking, cast iron type stuff, smokers, grills, lakeside stuff, things like that, more than just traditional cooking indoors, because you guys are outdoors too. And we want you to continue to do that as well. Of course, we'll continue the podcast once a week, every Friday. We'll continue that all the way through the year. It should be good. We'd love to have ideas. If you have questions or topics for us, we would love to see those. You can, of course, email us anytime at Fishful Thinker, Chad@fishfulthinker.com. You'll continue to hear us every other week on Terry Wickstrom Outdoors, and that'll be either on ESPN Radio or AM 950. It just depends on the week, but usually it's FM 104.3 The Fan in Denver, almost always. But you can listen to it there. That's alongside Terry Wickstrom. Terry Wickstrom is one of the guys I credit with getting me started, and very good friend of mine, long-running friend of mine, and so I like to do the radio with him, and we do that on a regular basis every other week, so you can tune in and check that out. Of course, those are also put up for podcasts, or they're downloadable if you just Google FM 104.3 The Fan, go to their website, and you can download Terry Wickstrom Outdoors there. If you want to hear those, that would be great. And then, of course, the Instagram and Facebook, we'll keep both those rolling. For me, those things, that's where we seem to have the most consistent conversations, particularly on Facebook. And I'd rather have conversations with you guys than just show you or tell you what we're doing. Because when I have conversations, I learn, I get motivated, I learn new content ideas, things like that. So we would love you to join the conversation on Facebook. If you don't do that, that's fine. Send me emails at Chad@FishfulThinker, but I would rather have conversations with you guys or on Facebook Messenger or whatever the case might be. That's always my goal. So, big plans for 2023 and beyond. And because it is New Year's right here, and we're getting going with some other stuff, I'm going to cut this podcast short. But rest assured, for the rest of the season, there'll be 30 minutes and education-based. And like I said, reach out to us at any point through any of the networks that we just threw out there, because that would be something that we would appreciate very much. And I'll throw out one more thing. If I would like to do more writing personally for this coming year. I've written for the Denver Post and the Fort Collins Coloradoan and Sportsman's News Magazine for 12 years. I love doing writing. I love to write educational content if at all possible, or food content. If you guys have ideas for that, let me know, or outlets for that. I would love to do more of that, and like I said, I've done a lot of it ever since I was a kid, and I would love to do some more writing. So if there's an outlet for that, somebody that needs some writing for, or a topic needs addressed, let me know and we'll do it. So we appreciate it very much, guys. Happy holidays for here at the end of 2022. Happy New Year's. Hopefully you guys have a great New Year's. You have some great plans on the books for next year, and get the season off to a good start right after the first of the year. And we'll start our year with the last thing I'll throw out there. The Denver Boat Show and the Denver International Sportsman's Expo are both this coming month. I'll be doing presentations. I'll be doing casting accuracy, both demonstrations and clinics. Be doing the casting accuracy contest alongside Jeff Wagner. So we'll be in the Denver or the Colorado Convention Center here in Denver for a couple of days here for that, and then also for the Denver Boat Show along with Crowley Marine, which I already alluded to, and we'll be there for that. So if you want to meet us on the ground, those would be the best places to do it in the immediate near future in Denver region. So thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it very much, and this has been Fishful Thinker, the podcast.